Okay, we're going to today look at a guide on how to make a Formula One car for class. So for starters, download the Autodesk F1 in Schools guide. Scroll down to number 2. Okay, we're going to start on step number 2 in exercise 1. So click on New at the top left corner, select Metric and Standard Millimeter underneath the part. Give that a moment to load. Okay. So what we're going to do now is we're going to right click on our screen and click on New Sketch. And we need to pick the plane we want to sketch on. So now I'm on step 4. Click on the XY plane. Step 5, we're going to create a line. So if you lose this yellow point, double click your mouse wheel and that magically zooms in. Alright, we're going to start with a line. You can right click and create a line, that also works. Pick a point, okay, go over and type in 200, enter. Alright, that didn't quite work, let's try that again. So line, click there, go over, 200, okay, and hit tab to lock it in. Okay, click once, and then if you go up and hit tab again, we can go up and we can select the next distance. Do not worry too much about step 5. I know it's tricky and confusing, but what you could do is just click line, click the end, and go up a distance of 20. Hit enter. Okay. Now we can go to the left, a distance of 90, hit enter. So what we're trying to do is essentially get this view. So I'll drag that down. There we go, so it's below. Drag that to the side. So to zoom and move around, you hold your mouse wheel. Alright, the next trick, so if we scroll down, we see here what we've made. We've made this little over, up, and across line. Now we're going to make a curve. So the way you make a curve is you click on the line tool, click the end point, and you go back and click and hold. So click and hold the end point. This time you can move your mouse to the left as long as you're holding your mouse down and you let go at the end point. Okay? So that does a sharp point. That's not exactly what we want. Okay? So we actually want a gap of 10. So let's click and delete the line. This time let's move our mouse and let's go up here a distance of 10. Hit enter. Okay, let's click our line button and then click and drag the endpoint to right there. There we go. So that's just added all of our dimensions to our sketch. Okay, that sketch there is actually 10, but we want to make it 8. So let's double click that and you can change it to 8. Okay, and we're just moving through here. Alright, so if you want to change the size, you can just double click on a line. We can make that 250. If it's too long, we can double click it and make it back to 200. So that's how you adjust things. Alright, everything here looks pretty good. So you can right click and finish your sketch or click the check button at the top. So let's zoom out a little bit and hold our mouse wheel down to move. The next thing we're going to do is extrude this. So we're going to click the extrude tool, click on the outside edge, and we're going to extrude it out a distance of 35. Whoops, I made it 25. So now we're going to double click extrusion 1 and change that to 35. Rotate our viewpoint on step 14, so hold the shift key and the middle mouse wheel. So shift and middle mouse. Otherwise you can click that button and drag it around. and click Escape. The next thing we want to do is create something on the bottom. So we need to create a sketch on the bottom. So we'll start Create Sketch here, or you can right click once, and here it says Create Sketch. So the next step is create a line about a quarter of the way up. So click to start. We want to go over 50 millimeters. Hit enter. Oops, it didn't quite work. Let's delete that out and try again. So line, we'll start here, move over, type in 50. That's better. Alright, so next tool, we're going to click line, click the end point, and then click and drag it again, and we're going to release it about right there. Make sure it's touching. Let's add a dimension. So if I move over here and click on dimension, I can click on the line, move it out, click again. Let's type in 120. Alright, notice it didn't quite make it what I wanted, so I may need to drag that line a bit more. There you go. Let's go down and add dimension again. Click the left side between here and here. And let's type in 10. Alright, now if we scroll down a little bit, we can see the shape we're trying to achieve. We need a rectangle now on the right side. That rectangle needs to be 16 by 40. So if we zoom in here, I'm going to click on rectangle, click the point corner, go down, and the first distance is the X, the second distance is the Y. So if I type in 40 on the keyboard, hit the tab button on my keyboard and type in 16 and enter. So now we get what we want. Okay. Let's finish our sketch. So finish our sketch. Okay, use the extrude tool. Now we'll click each section. So we want to extrude this section and this section. Now this section is not working. So let's click cancel and let's go back and fix that. So double click on sketch 2 on the left. Okay, we need to add some more lines. So from this point to this point, click that point to this point. Now we got blue all the way around and blue here. Click finish. Let's try again. Extrude. Click that. Click that. And we want to select this, which is cut. And we want to switch it to all the way. And then click OK. Now we have the shape of half of the vehicle. Let's save this. And let's change and make the folder. So we're going to call a folder Year 10 Engineering. And let's call this one F1 Guide Your Name. So this concludes Exercise 1, Section 1.